It was at one time the largest mental hospital in the world, housing more than 13,000 patients. This hospital started its life as a farm colony, built to alleviate the overcrowding of other Long Island mental hospitals. Like those other facilities, it was quickly overwhelmed by the number of patients. Pilgrim State Hospital reached its peak in the 1950s, when electroshock therapy and lobotomy were common treatments and caused irreversible damage to countless patients.
Usually 3 successive convulsions are necessary, but in a sturdy young person, 4 or even 6 convulsions may be administered without danger.
One report claims that almost 2,000 people were lobotomized here during the 1940s and 50s.
He drives the point through the orbital plate, and at a depth of 5 centimeters, swings the handle far laterally.
By the 1960s, advances in pharmaceutical treatments began to find favor over lobotomy, electroshock, and insulin shock therapies. These medications, combined with new perspectives in mental health treatment, caused a decline in the number of patients at mental hospitals. Over the years, many buildings were abandoned and fell into disrepair, and much of the land was sold.
It took a year. It wasn't easy. I finally got permission to go inside and climb the stairs to Ward 210, the so-called female violent ward, where I was placed when I was 17 years old.
This was a crazy place, and not just because of the people they locked up. It was a very crazy place.
It was a huge, huge city, and here are these buildings which reached up to the sky in a town where you couldn't build above 4 stories, filled with patients.
This other young patient came to me and she said, "Do not cry. They'll hurt you." And I stopped, and I didn't cry.
What I remember is there were only about 7 psychologists total for like 3,000 to 4,000 patients or something like that. But I was given this whole building with all of these patients. I was terrified. I was terrified. I had never had anything to do with psychiatric patients, never.
The greatest thing that ever happened, that there is no longer an institution to house patients. We put all the problems of the world into a ward and locked them away from the public and forgot about them.
Suffolk County Jail is the largest mental health provider in the county. People get sentenced here that probably shouldn't be sentenced here, but the judges here in the county don't have any other option.
I mean, if you knew there was someone on the outside saying, "Come, leave, I'll help you do everything," most people would go.
Right.
So the only thing I thought was that this was my only home. I had no place else to go.